welcome back to Friday Night with BYOI.
Hey, where is... Hey, everyone! We're getting down on Friday!
Good evening, and good evening. Thanks so much for coming out this evening. We're ready to have a good time. We sure hope that you are as well. So thanks for coming out. A couple of quick things that are important to get through this show. First is if you were looking at your screen right now and you see a bunch of small blocks, you are in gallery view. It is best to see this show in speaker view, where there's just one big box that shows up on whoever's talking at that moment. Simply go up into the corner there, click it onto speaker view, and you'll see one big screen of me. You're welcome. Okay, exits. If there is an emergency in your own home, please go to the nearest exit. Don't worry, we'll be fine. You can always go back and watch us later on YouTube. If you are watching from YouTube, then we'll still be there. You can go back. It's all right. Live streams are not unpermanent. If you are watching on YouTube, please make sure you like and subscribe, because those are things that are important for those 4 of you that are out there watching us on YouTube right now. Thanks so much. Okay, bathroom. Oh, you know you have one in your house. If you need to use the restroom, please do not bring your camera and device with you, because you do not want to be the next internet sensation in a way that you will truly, truly regret. Don't worry, we'll be funny when you come back. The chat feature. You're going to need that during the show, because when we're asking for volunteers or suggestions, that's where we're going to, that's where we're going to look. So why don't we try that chat feature out now, see if it works. Please put the state that you were watching from, because we like to know where is everybody watching from. So if you want to just go ahead and drop the state in there. All right, fantastic. Sorry, I was looking at something there. Okay, look at all these people from all these great places. Denial, thank you. I didn't know Jim was writing from Egypt. Thank you, Jim. Okay, so moving on. I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Daniel. I'm going to be hosting this evening, but I've got a fantastic cast for you, because I've got Audrey.
Yeah, you do. Hey.
I got Ian.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I got a Mallory.
Yes, you do.
There's Amy.
Right back at you, babe.
I got John.
Hi.
And Jared.
Hi.
All right, and I've got all of you, and no BYOI show is not complete without our featured audience member, our member of our fam. And what's going to happen is this person is going to get to be chosen from the cup, and then ask some questions, and then that's going to be what our show is going to be based on. It's nice and easy, because all the questions just about you. We won't make fun of you, but I'm sure we can make fun of anybody that you choose to point out. So, Kat, do we have the fam cup this evening? We're going to need the fam cup.
Fam cup.
Go.
What do we got?
Andrea.
Andrea. Do we have an Andrea? Is that Andrea?
Yes. I'm sorry. He does it every time. Andrea. It's fine. I'm just gonna leave now. Bye.
Oh. All right, Andrea. Is there an apostrophe in there I was not aware of? Andrea, how are you doing tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
Fantastic. Okay, so Audrey and Ian are going to ask you some questions. Just answer honestly, and we're going to grab all those things and make a show just for you. How does that sound?
Sounds great.
Fantastic.
So Andrea,
Take it away, you guys.
you mentioned that she does that every time. Just so we're clear on the record, have you been fam before?
Yes.
Okay, so repeat fam. We appreciate it, but you know how the drill goes. Just answer honestly and simply, and we'll find something to do with it. So, what is your favorite color?
Blue.
Any particular shade of blue, or all across the blue spectrum?
I like all across the spectrum, but probably more of the color I'm wearing, like a lighter color.
Okay.
Excellent. All right. So this is a very important question that's been on my mind a lot lately, and it is, what is your favorite animal?
I don't really have a favorite. I've always been a fan of horses. I have a cat, but I really like horses.
That's absolutely valid. And if you could ride a horse to anywhere on this planet or any other planet, where would you ride your horse?
Jeez, anywhere? So it doesn't matter if it's across water?
Oh, it's a magical horse. It can go.
Magical horse. Okay. Italy.
Italy. All right.
Why would you want it to take you there?
I've never been and I've always wanted to go.
And what attracts you? What's the draw? What do you want to see there when you're there?
I just think it's a beautiful country and I want to see the
Okay.
sights.
All right, plenty to see there, of course. All right, so we're going to put you in charge of the mint, Andrea, and you're going to redo our money. And so, of course, it's going to be blue instead of green. But who do you want to put on that money? Whose picture do you want on there?
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift. All right.
All right. And vital follow-up question: what's the best Taylor Swift album or song?
1989.
Yeah, you're right.
My favorite song, probably Lover. Right now, currently is my favorite.
Okay, Andrea, here's one of my favorites. So you get to take your pick. Do you want to be sweet or savory? You can either name your favorite dessert or your favorite breakfast.
Red velvet cake.
Ooh. I love that. All right, so let's see. Everybody, I think, has a favorite comfort movie that they've loved growing up or that they could just watch over and over again. Do you have any movies like that?
The Goonies.
The Goonies. All right. Throwback to the 80s.
All right. So we mentioned that obviously we won't make fun of you, but we might make fun of anyone you called out. So is there someone you'd like to have possibly show up in the show as an object of fun?
What do you mean? Like a
Well, a
anyone?
person. It's an antagonist. Somebody we might just have to mock before we're done.
Okay, someone you want to mock, my secretary at my work. You could definitely
Okay.
mock her.
You can give us a real or fake name.
Stacy.
Stacy. All right. Stacy's secretary. All right.
All right. What word do you use to describe Stacy the secretary?
Attitude. Full of attitude.
That's rife with inspiration.
Isn't it? You'll have a lot to work with. I promise you.
All right, Andrea. Well, that's plenty for us to work with. You've given us a good amount on the board, and we're ready to go with it. So thank you for that.
No problem.
And as
So
you
much,
know,
Andrea.
you'll
That's
inspire us throughout the
fantastic.
show.
Andrea, did you realize there's already been a song made all about you?
Oh my God, no.
Yeah. Have you ever had a song made about you? Well, you're going to have one now. So here we go with that epic song made all about you. Take it away, Audrey.
Well, I want to listen to Taylor Swift. A do run, 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 a do run, run.
Music from her is always a gift. A do run, 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 a do run, run, a doobie doo, yeah.
Like 1989, a doobie doo, yeah. And it's really fine, doobie doo, yeah.
And it goes well with wine. A do run, 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 a do run, run.
I'm listening to her as I ride a horse. A do run, 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 a do run, run.
I wouldn't do anything else, of course. A do run, 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 a do run, run, a doobie doo, yeah. Because it's great, doobie doo, yeah.
And not filled with hate. A doobie doo, yeah.
I'm number 8. A do run, 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 a do run, run.
I'd like to go to Italy. A do run, 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 a do run, run. Hey, you know what? You can fly with me. A do run, 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 a do run, run, doobie doo, yeah.
I want to eat some cake. A doobie doo, yeah.
And have some steak. A doobie doo, yeah.
And my thirst I will slake. A do run, 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 a do run, run.
'Cause flying is such a chore. Do run, 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 do run, run.
Sitting there is just such a bore. A do run, 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 a do run, run, a doobie doo, yeah.
But the ocean's blue. A doobie doo, yeah.
For me and for you, a doobie doo, yeah.
You guys see it too? A do run, 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 a do run, run.
I really need to work on my attitude. A do run, 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 a do run, run.
Everyone tells me I'm really rude. I do run, 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 I do run, run, a doobie doo, yeah.
Saying's all about me, a doobie doo, yeah.
I think I'll have a margarita, a doobie doo, yeah.
Because it's our fam, Andrea. Do run, 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 do run, run.
Hey, there we go. Surprised you guys didn't rhyme. Go for Andrea. It would have been somebody's fault. Oh, okay. Guys, if you find us funny, that's fantastic. We're trying to do this for free, but if you're able to make some donation and you feel our show is worth something to you, we would always greatly appreciate it in a pay what you can sort of way. And you can handle that in 2 great ways. If you'd like to make a donation through Venmo, you can go ahead and you do Bring Your Own Improv as the Venmo account. Or if you want to donate through PayPal, you can do that. If for some reason that you need to get to it later and you forgot what it was, just go to bringyourownimprov.com. Down to the bottom there is a link for donate to us. And you can even don't have to do that tonight. You could do it tomorrow or when you're like just thinking, oh yeah, I got some money. These guys deserve some money. We'd always greatly appreciate it. And if not, sit back, enjoy the show, no matter what. Let's move on to our first game of the night. We're going to play a game called Alphabet. Alphabet works like this. If you know the alphabet, that's going to help. We're going to start a scene between 2 people. And as each one starts the line of their scene, it must begin with the next congruent letter of the alphabet. So if they started with A and they said, all of the birds over there are dangerous. And somebody said, birds, those birds over there are my friends. And go back to C and be like, could you please choose better friends? They're pecking at me. That would be a series of way that would work, and they'd go all the way through the alphabet. Caw, 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 indeed. So I can take up to 3 volunteers who might want to play this particular game. Looks like Corey's jumping in. Never going to miss a game there. Corey, Lori, and Jim. All right. Those are our first 3 right in there. So if somebody can go ahead and unmute those there, that would be great. And
I'm here.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. All right. So Corey's here. Lori, are you here?
I'm here.
All right. And Jim, are you here?
Yes, sir. Happy Friday, everyone.
Happy Friday indeed. Okay, Mallory, something on the board that I need to get this whole series of scenes started with. We will start with Audrey and Ian. Then after that, we'll go Corey, then Mallory, then Lori, then Amy, then Jim, then John, then Jared. But don't worry, I will remind you that afterwards. So something on the board, Mallory, we have not touched.
The Goonies.
The Goonies, indeed. You know what? The Goonies were a fantastic time. But this is the story about 2 teenagers off on their own adventure in the year 2020, modernized as it would. So Audrey and I are going to start that off, and we'll start them nice and easy with an A.
All my granola bars are in my backpack, ready for the adventure.
Backpacks are the best way to travel.
Could you please lift mine off the floor? It's almost 70 pounds.
Do it yourself. You got to toughen up if you're going to be adventuring on the road.
Everyone always tells me I need to be tougher, but I think that people need to be more sensitive to my situation.
For heaven's sake, it's adventure. You have to be able to handle things that go badly.
Going on an adventure is an emotional process as much as a physical one.
How can you not be filled with glee at the idea of something out there that we haven't discovered?
I think that when we have adventures, we should be very, very careful about it.
Just like you to be cautious, but really, we've got to really take chances.
Knowledge is more important than courage. That's what I think.
Leave me out of your foolish knowledge. I
Oh,
want
sorry,
danger.
Brian, you exhaled, and that did not begin with that particular letter. So I'm going to call you on that, just because if I don't call you on that, then we're going to be here all night. Audrey, unfortunately, with all her 70 pounds of granola bars, got lost in the woods, and she actually ran into the big bad wolf, played by Corey. Let's see what happens with them, starting with an F.
Me first?
Yeah, sure, with the letter F.
I've seen enough of that stupid fox over here.
Gosh, I wish that I wasn't stuck in a cave because this doesn't make me feel safe at all.
howling like the wolf. You should not be afraid of that wolf.
I think that wolves don't really have my best interests at heart.
Just because you're afraid of the wolf doesn't mean you can see a wolf.
Kangaroos, on the other hand, they're very nice. I think that if I came across a kangaroo, I'd be their friend.
Llamas are also good to come across because they're also really good animals.
Maybe we shouldn't be talking so loudly because I'm afraid that maybe the bears are going to hear us talking and they're going to want all of my granola bars that are in my backpack.
Okay, so either you guys are in a forest or a zoo at this point. So both of you are out of there. Good gravy. I think you should name not only everything in the Wizard of Oz, but everything in Central Park. All right, so Mallory and Lori were actually evilly plotting to find the secret gold stash out there. Mallory and Lori, gold begins with a G, so we'll go ahead and start the scene with a G.
Get over here. Did you hear about the gold?
Hear about what gold?
Incredible, amazing gold.
Jackpot. We're going to get it all.
Know it, sister.
Let me get this straight. You found out where all the gold was.
Maybe.
Now, do you have a map to where this gold is?
Obviously I do. It's right over here.
Please bring it closer into the light so I can see it.
Questionable, but okay.
Right over here, just a little bit.
South?
Totally south.
Understandable. That's probably where we're headed.
Victoria, now are you sure this is the right map?
Well, I think so. Crazy old guy gave it to me. He was living under a bridge.
And I lost my phone.
Oh, no! Well, we're going to cut back, actually, to see Mallory looking at that crazy old guy. Good job there, Lori. So Mallory's checking out that crazy old guy before she ran into you and getting the map from him. There's a P in maps. So we'll start with P.
Please, can I have the map? Please.
Quit begging. I'll give it to you soon.
Really? You said that like 20 minutes ago.
Sometimes time passes differently when you get to be my age.
Time passes differently? That's interesting.
Unfortunately, yes. It seems to go quicker and quicker, but it seems slower and slower for everyone else.
Very interesting.
Xanadu usually was my favorite movie.
No, it could have been a location maybe, but a movie, just pulling things in there. Oh, if Xanadu had been a location that the map might be, I would have given it to you, but that's such a non sequitur. I just can't go with it. All right, so Jim, you're up. And actually you're on Mallory's previous adventure where she unfortunately lost her compatriot, which that's you, Jim. So this is before that happened. And obviously there's an L in lost. So begin with L.
Look, I think I see a light up at the end of the tunnel.
Marvelous. Do you think you could get me maybe up to the light?
Now, don't you think we're being a little reckless here?
Obviously, but that is part of the adventure of it all.
Please, I agree that this is a fine adventure, but we have to be cautious. We have to do this the smart way, not the reckless way.
Quarries are the safest place to have an adventure.
Rock quarries? Yeah, I can see your point. I think if we delve a little bit farther, we're going to get to the treasure.
Sure, you got this, man.
Treasure is, after all, why I got into the business. Do you think it's going to be gold, rubies, diamonds?
One can only hope.
Very well. Let's get moving. I've got the rope right here. Tie this around my waist.
Well, okay.
Xander says that there's going to be at least enough for us to retire 10 lifetimes worth of money.
Absolutely.
No, sorry. X is not going, you skipped Y and Z.
Ah.
Ender begins with an X. All right. Well, unfortunately, Jim's character had died on that escapade, but before Jim went out, he was talking to his friend John about this great new person he was going to get matched up that they were going to go climb a mountain with. And you know what? She skipped Y and Z, so we'll begin with Y.
You know, I'm really excited to meet this new person. I think I might have found an adventuring partner.
Deuces, Brett, you were able to find someone?
Absolutely. We seem really well matched. I think we're going to be able to do it. I think we're going to be able to climb the mountain, get the quarry, and get in the quarry and find the treasure.
But I didn't think Tinder was good for rock climbing partners.
Clearly, it's good for almost anything. You know, you never know who you're going to find.
Don't you know what apps can do just about anything these days?
Everything. Everything. I love Tinder.
For now, I'm just going to stick with old-fashioned courtship via writing letters.
Good on you. You know, it's good to see people respecting the old ways. Good on you, man.
Hello, that's what I thought.
I think you're right. I think you're going to meet someone special because there's going to be people that appreciate, you know, an old-fashioned letter. You should get yourself like one of those wax seal kits.
Just thinking about it, though, I don't know where I could find one of those.
Know what? I found some on Amazon. You could get them for like $10-15 for the whole set. You know, the candle, the wax, and a stamp.
Lucky, my computer broke, so I can't even get to Amazon. Ugh.
My, that is troublesome. Your computer's down. No smartphone even.
None, nothing. Zip, zilch, 0%.
Man, that stinks. I am sorry. I mean, you'd be welcome to borrow my Kindle. Are Kindles still a thing?
Probably not. I don't think so. I haven't heard about them in the recent time.
Quite a while. Yeah. I think Kindles were last a big thing in what, like 2011 or something like that?
Okay, I'm just going to call on John because John just keeps bringing up items from the 20th century and then making Jim have to justify them in a sentence. So I'm catching what John's doing to Jim. So John, you're out of there.
Okay.
It's been a pleasure, John.
Tinder and Kindles and other things that exist in the 20th century. Well, luckily, Jim actually had been on a date on Tinder with Jared just prior to going on this adventure. And being what I've seen, and only because I know Jim, the amount of weapons in his house as he paces around, they actually went on a date to a weapons factory. So let's see that fateful date between Jim and Jared at the weapons factory.
What letter, please?
Oh, you know what? W.
Well, I'm kind of torn between the axe and the short sword. What do you think?
Xylophone. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I was just remembering what my cat ate. Axe, I guess?
You would be honest and tell me if this isn't really your thing, won't you?
Zoinks! Of course I would. I put my Tinder profile that honesty was very important to me.
Ah, good. I mean, I don't want somebody having to pretend interest. I don't want somebody expecting to pretend interest. I just want to get to know you for the person you are.
Baloney. I know you're just trying to get me in here to try to sell me some of those weapons.
Clearly, you know me better than I gave you credit for. Can we make a deal?
Don't you start trying to pull me into your weapons pyramid scheme. I'm looking for love.
Everyone has that one blade, that whether it's an axe or a mace or a sword, everyone has that one weapon that just sings for them.
For Christ's sake! Nobody has that one weapon that just sings for. Who has that?
Good God, man! How do you not like weaponry? I've got swords. I've got canes. I've got sword canes.
How did you even find a sword cane? That's so much weird, like, engineering.
Knowledge is power. I know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy in Spain, Toledo, the sword capital of the world.
Let me tell you, I know who Toledo is, okay? You don't have to talk down to me like that.
My mother said opening a sword shop really wasn't a very good profession for me. I should have been a chemist.
No, it wasn't a very good profession for you. You should have listened to your mother.
Oh, well, honestly, I'm digging the respect for the parents that I'm getting from you. I think we can make a sale because, respecting one's parents is a good thing.
Pretty audacious of you to try to bring this back to a sale, isn't it?
And scene.
Thank you.
I want to join the multi-level marketing weapons sales division.
Thanks, everyone.
No problem. Don't worry, Jim. I'm now permanently afraid of ever going to your house. Next time you're like, hey, want to come to my house? No, I might be beaten by a sword cane. All right, guys, thank you very much. And obviously, Tinder is a place some people get dates, but Jared actually didn't work out too well with that date, so he decided to go on the dating game. That's right. It's a game in which Jared will be able to pick from 3 lovely contestants, one of which he'll end up getting to go on a date with. Audrey, Ian, +1. So that means if somebody wants to volunteer and be somebody who can go on a date with Jared, now's the time to do that. Does anybody want a date with Jared? It looks like our cast member Tim has got the night off, decided to jump in and volunteer. He'd like to be in this game. So for somebody grab Tim. And Jared, we're going to say bye to you in the room. Bye, Jared. All right. So we need to set these people up with some things to be. And Jared's going to have to guess. I just want to make sure he's not in here. Did he actually leave? Yep, looks like he's gone. Okay. So the things it could be. First off, Mallory, give me something off the board I haven't touched yet.
Something off the board. We haven't touched the Secretary Stacy.
Secretary Stacy. Okay, please give me guys in the chat, put in jobs that require secretaries. Like jobs that require a secretary. Please be as creative as you like to with that. On another point, let's see. Look around the room and name the thing that is furthest from you. Like it is so far away from you. And finally, oh, I've got the last one. I'm gonna mess with Ian. I'm definitely gonna mess with Ian. Or Audrey, not sure. Actually, Audrey, I'll give you a pick. Which one do you want there? Do you want the now I've forgotten what they are. Hold on. I got to look. That's right, because I haven't looked in here to see what they are. That's why. I'm like, why don't I know what these things are? Okay, so Audrey, would you like to be an accountant or would you like to be a cat tree?
I'll be an accountant.
All right.
I make more money.
Tim, are you there?
Yes, I am.
You are going to be a cat tree.
Yes, a cat tree.
All right, Ian, only because A, this is going to help out Andrea, and B, I'm a Douglas Adams nerd. You are various shades of the color blue.
Okay.
So we apparently want to really stretch out tonight's show. And if you are a Douglas Adams fan, you probably just got that. Andrea, does it sound good to you? Various shades of the color blue? All right, she seems like in a good mood about that. So let's just recap. Audrey, you are?
An accountant.
Ian, you are?
Various shades of the color blue.
And Tim, you are?
Cat tree.
All right, so Kat's going to go out and go get him right now. And you're going to help us out, audience. If Jared is getting close, you're going to give us a thumbs up in the screen. And this is like this, where everybody goes thumbs up in the screen. Fantastic. And you at YouTube, you can just give the thumbs up if you want, but we're not going to be able to see it, but enjoy it anyway. And if they get it and they completely get it right, go ahead and clap. Yay, Jared. That means Jared will have got it right. Those of you who are out on YouTube, please like and subscribe, because subscribing actually helps us a lot. We'd appreciate it. Jared, you seem to be back, yes?
Back and muted.
Back and muted. Jared, are you back?
I am.
Fantastic. Well, you're here on the dating game, and behind this wall are 3 contestants. They're all here for you. Feel free to ask them questions and decide which one you're going home with.
I can't wait to go directly home with whoever I choose tonight. Bachelor number 1, I like to have a good time. How would you show me a good time?
Well, the most economically advantageous way to do that would be to go to Trader Joe's and pick up some frozen fish sticks, because that's, that's the option that would save us the most money.
Ooh, seafoody. Bachelor number 2, I like adventure. What kind of adventure would you bring me on?
I think we'd have to go out into the wild yonder and see the sky, see the ocean, maybe some glaciers.
Ooh, Call of the Wildie. Bachelor 3, I like to go to wild, exotic places. What kind of wild, exotic places do you like to go to?
Well, once I went to the Tiger King's place, but I didn't see enough leaves.
Ooh! Adjectively! Bachelor number 1, back to you. You seem to like fish sticks in Trader Joe's. What is it about fish sticks that you love so much?
Well, frankly, it's not the fish sticks themselves that I find quite delectable. It's actually the expiration date is coming soon, so they're on sale. That's really the only redeeming factor that I find about the fish sticks.
Ooh, fiscally responsible.
Thank you.
Oh, you are very fiscal. Let's talk more about that fiscal responsibility, Bachelor 1. Do you like a good sale?
Well, listen, if we're going to talk more, my rate is actually $60 an hour. So if you actually want advice, I'm going to have to charge you.
Bachelor number 1. Do you know my sister? No, never mind. Bachelor number 2. You know, if there's one thing I just love, it's the frozen tundra. It's so romantic. What is the most romantic thing that you find about the frozen tundra?
I think maybe that time just after sunset, when the sky becomes a really good indigo and everything has that lovely light about it.
Bachelor number 2. What are your feelings about the way that the Earth blocks the sun's magnetic rays?
Oh, it can make me kind of sad sometimes.
That sure sounds like something that would make me sad too. Bachelor number 3.
Yeah.
You look ready to pounce. What is your favorite thing to pounce at, Bachelor number 3?
I would say, well, I appreciate vegetation, but it's hard to move because I feel so rooted.
Bachelor number 3. Are you a tiger lily?
You have the right concept, but I think the species might be a little, and the genus might be a little different.
Ooh, I like it when you call me a genius.
You're pretty smart.
Bachelor 1. Sometimes I like to go spend money on things I don't really need. Do you ever spend money? What kind of things do you spend money on that you don't need?
The only thing that I've wasted my money on is a degree in economics, frankly. But other than that...
Ooh!
Nothing.
Milton Friedman-y. I just decided to make Milton Friedman an adjective there for no reason at all. I just like doing that. Do you have a favorite economist you might like to make adjectives about?
Oh, yes, of course. I often find myself very attracted to the work of Money-Making McGee. He was really my inspiration when I was getting into the field. And everyone made fun of me for it in high school.
Yeah. Old crazy economics McGee, right?
That's right.
So, you love economics, don't you, Bachelor number 1?
Oh, you know it.
I bet you love it like that Thomas Maynard Keynes?
Before we keep going, do I have your address so I can send you a bill after this?
Bachelor number 1. Are you trying to get a job as my accountant?
You got me. I don't really want to date you.
Oh, don't worry about it, Bachelor number 1. You're just like everybody else. Bachelor number 2. Since you're clearly not the Northern Lights like I thought you were a little while ago, what sort of, are there any other atmospheric events that you really enjoy seeing a lot?
Oh, I don't think any events are necessary. I think the atmosphere just as it is beautiful. Just every day.
Oh, zone is a layer that's completely unrelated to what we're talking about, but it is related to the atmosphere, clearly. Do you like a cloudy day, Bachelor number 2?
No. We don't want clouds interfering with the natural beauty of spectral diffraction.
No, we don't. Do you like gold by any chance? And leprechauns?
No, leprechauns. Those suits are just the wrong shade.
They sure are. They sure are the wrong shade. I'm so glad you said that, Bachelor number 2. You know what color I like is violet. Do you like violet like a lot?
It's too angry, too red.
It sure is. Bachelor number 3.
Yeah.
You know, I like climbing trees, Bachelor number 3.
Good. You can climb me.
Oh, Bachelor number 3, that's very, very forward. My favorite part of the tree is the bark. Yeah, I apologize for that. It's my favorite kind. I think my favorite kind of tree is I was going to say a dogwood tree, but in hindsight, that matches nothing that we've talked about already, does it?
Well, you got the right idea of a pet, but maybe I'm a little less social.
Yeah, you sure are a less social pet tree, Bachelor number 3. You're like a lone wolf bush.
Well, you have the right place to climb me, but now, how am I going to get pet?
You know what I like about you, Bachelor number 3? You ask the pressing questions right back to me. would I feed some sort of antisocial tree-like thing?
Now
Like
you're
a
talking.
sloth or a flying squirrel or a chipmunk who's not afraid of heights or a cat caught in a tree but not very, very high.
I'm actually a
Oh,
hybrid.
man.
I'm actually a hybrid.
Maybe
A
both at
hybrid,
once.
huh?
Yeah. I can be climbed and
You're like some kind of cat tree. Or like really a cat tree. I knew it all along. You were a cat tree.
now you've seen my
Why didn't I get that sooner? A cat tree. Bachelor number 2. Back to you. You're not a cat tree too, are you, bachelor number 2?
Oh no.
No. Ridiculous question on my part, isn't it? Who would be a cat tree, right? So, you seem to like, I don't know, certain shades of light, like sunbeams. Sunbeams! Like
Moonbeams are better.
Oh, they sure are. A star beam or an asteroid beam would be stupid things to be, right? Terrible,
Really,
terrible idea.
moonbeams are especially good once in a while, once in a certain time, once in a very rare time.
Oh, I got it. You are one of my favorite things. You are. You're the dog star. No, you're a blue moon, right? Are you a blue moon, bachelor number 2? Wow, I really thought
I'm not a moon.
it
I'm
right
not a
there.
moon at all. I'm not a moon at all. But you're. I would say you're warm, but I'm more cool.
Oh, well, that's great. You know, if there's one thing I love, it's temperature talk. Would you maybe be, I don't know, the dark side of the moon or the light side of the moon? Or maybe you have nothing to do with the moon at all, right? I knew
Maybe I
it.
don't. But maybe I like that moon you were just talking about.
Right! That moon I was just talking about that you're not much alike. Could be that.
That moon once that you were talking about.
That moon once that I was talking about. The blue moon that is not. The blueberry moon, possibly.
Oh, my favorite
Blue.
fruit. Favorite fruit.
Yeah. Are you a blueberry moon?
No. But it's my favorite fruit. Like the moon is my favorite.
Right.
That's my favorite moon, and that berry is my favorite fruit.
Right. Well, maybe I should just go right down the list. There's the straw, or the blue, or the black, or the red.
It's the little round one that you just mentioned. We know that's my favorite.
Okay.
Just like that moon is my favorite that you mentioned before.
So you like blue, you say, huh? That's where number 2?
Oh, more than like it. I just embody it.
You're like so blue. You're like a blue light special from Kmart.
More than
You're
one.
like
More than one. I'm all of it.
Right. You're the entire blue spectrum, right? You're the freaking blue spectrum, of course. Oh, and I gotta choose. You know what? I'm going with the freaking accountant. I'm going with the accountant because the accountant is the only one that's not a freaking weirdo.
And
you're
Steve.
Oh my gosh.
Oh God, that was great. Oh man, that hurt. Oh God. Tim, great interpretation of a cat tree. Normally they're just a thing in your house that's covered with carpet the cats climb on, but that was much more effective. Oh God. Sorry, Jared, we definitely challenge you there to see you try new levels. Oh man. Hey, cool. Gotta breathe. Cool. If you're finding us funny, like we hope you are too, please feel free to donate. You can do that by any of those things that we have there. The Venmo account, which is there, or the PayPal account. If you feel that we're worth $60 an hour, then feel free to give us $60 for an hour. I mean, we'll gladly take it. The money goes to our artists. We'd really appreciate it. We want to thank Julie and Jim and Nikki for their donations. You guys have been fantastic. Thank you for showing us that we are important to you. We greatly appreciate it. Okay, folks, that was a lot of fun, and there was no debating about that, but there's definitely going to be some debating about this next game called Debate Club. The way this game works is that we are going to have a debate in which somebody gets to talk forward and talk about something that they know a lot about. People may challenge them. If I accept their challenge, then they can actually step forward and then they start talking. Well, not step. They just get to start talking. And if I deny their challenge, then we keep going with the original person who was talking. In order to get my attention, you say challenge. And you hold your hand up and you leave it up until I call on you. And then if I call on you, you can start talking. So first off, is there anybody who feels like they'd be a really good debater and could challenge any sort of situation? We've got Corey in here, volunteering a bunch. Jim, and I can take one more if anybody's interested. Great game if you want to try for the first time, because if you don't say anything, then you're not forced. You can say like, I volunteered, and you'd have proof of it on YouTube. All right, Corey, you there?
Mike's on.
Not bad.
Yeah, and Jim, are you there?
Yes, sir. Hello.
All right, Mallory, what have we not touched on the board yet?
We have not touched red velvet cake.
Red velvet cake. Obviously, I need to know more about red velvet cake, and I think Tim just had an orgasm in his seat, so I feel like he may need to be the person to start talking about red velvet cake. Tim.
Oh my God, I could sell this all day. Red velvet cake is one of the most underrated cakes in the world because it has flavor and frosting, and it's
Challenge.
not really red or velvet.
Yes, Jim.
It is not underrated because everybody always goes on and on about how much they love red velvet cake.
I accept. Please go on and on about loving red velvet cake.
Yeah, it's pretty much taken everything by storm. I mean, whether red velvet cake is
Challenge.
good or bad is outside the scope.
It hasn't taken it by storm. It's taken it by bakery.
I accept. Please explain.
So my wife runs a bakery, and she put some ingredients together, and I was like, oh my God, this is the best red velvet cake ever. And I was like, oh my God, this is awesome. It's so
Challenge!
Yes, Jared, please challenge because we're getting a product placement right now.
Yeah, and Tim's wife sounds nothing like that at all.
I accept. Please give us a good impression of Tim's wife.
I am a very intelligent, loving person who has horrible, horrible taste in men. I'm sorry. He's gorgeous. Don't get...
Corey.
I think Tim's wife means a lot to him.
Yeah, that's what Jared was saying. Keep going, Jared.
You know, if there's one thing that I wish we had more of in our house, it's cat trees. I got to tell you, me, Tim, and...
Yes, Ian.
I think one cat tree in the form of Tim is plenty.
I accept. Please explain.
When you have Tim, you have really every kind of pet and plant that you need because he can embody so much of the animal and plant world. Who knows what's in that mug that he's drinking, but it allows him to transform.
Yes, Jim.
Can we technically prove that Tim has every kind of plant and animal that we need?
I accept. Please explain.
Now, he might have many plants. I do not dispute this. He might have many animals. I don't dispute that. But does he have every kind?
Yes,
unicorns!
There's some kinds of animals that you don't want, like toxic bacteria.
Oh, I accept. Please explain why we don't want toxic bacteria.
So in the river, sometimes you get toxic algae blooms, which are caused by phytoplankton.
Yes, Corey.
She doesn't even know what she's talking about with the algae in the water because the water's always clean.
Please explain to me why water is always clean.
Well, the Situate Reservoir is the water that we get ours from, and so we can have some nice delicious
Challenge.
water.
Yes, please, Tim.
Water's not clean anymore.
Please explain to me why the water is no longer clean.
Well, when you toss a couple of dead animals in there, the bacteria can kind of cause phytoplankton. Then you have an algal bloom, and there's the blooms and
Challenge.
flowers.
Yes, John.
I want to keep talking about red velvet cake.
I accept. You got 30 seconds to keep talking about red velvet cake.
So not only does it come in cake form, it also comes in whoopie pie form that you can get at
Challenge.
Yes, Amy.
Whoopie pies are basically the red velvet cake that's just inside out.
Okay, please explain. I'd actually like to know more.
Because when you're making whoopie pies, you want to bake them well and make sure that you frost them when they're completely cooled down.
Challenge.
Jim, shut up. I want to learn more.
Yes, sir.
Because otherwise the frosting melts and just goes.
Challenge.
Sorry, Ian, I'm really into this euphemism. Keep going, Amy.
Because really, you don't want the frosting spewing everywhere.
Challenge.
It's just too messy to clean up.
Challenge. Not
And then
getting
you
a
have,
message here. Shut up.
and then you have to chase it down with an ultraviolet light and see exactly.
Tim, what is your challenge?
Getting frosting on a cat tree gets kind of messy.
I didn't just freeze. I'm just completely don't know what to say about that.
Yeah.
Jim, go ahead and start. Jim, go ahead and start talking about whatever your sentence was.
Jim or Tim?
Jim.
Oh,
Challenge!
I'd say
yes,
at
Jared.
this point we're heading closer to blue velvet than
He
red
had
velvet.
his moment to shine and he just lost it.
You got it. 15 seconds, Jared. Tell me how he lost it.
He lost it by interrupting Amy making euphemisms. I've been stuck indoors for months, Daniel.
Hold that hand up.
Amy talking,
Challenge.
Amy talking was the best thing that happened to me.
Challenge!
Tim actually has his hand up so I can see it. If you don't hold your hand up, I can't see you. Tim, go ahead. What's your
It
challenge?
was never lost if you never had it.
I accept. Please explain. 10 seconds.
So I have to say that it is very easy to lose, and that's what I'm
Challenge.
Yes, Ian.
He didn't have to say that it was very easy to lose. He chose to say that it was very
I
easy to
accept.
lose.
Please explain. 4 seconds.
Choice and mandate are two different elements.
Challenge!
Challenge!
You can't lose what you don't already have.
I accept. Please explain. 2 seconds.
But if you don't have crazy.
Challenge!
Amy.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
And scene! I have to agree. Does that mean if an improviser is involved in that act, it's yes, yes, and yes, and yes, and? Okay.
Where's my mute button?
All that frosting.
So thank you very much, Jim, Corey, for you guys participating in it. That was a lot of fun. Let's move on to the next fun thing we're going to do in a game called Sing It. Sing It works like this. We're going to have 3 people in a scene, and during that scene at any time, if whatever they're talking about, I say, you know what, that would make an excellent song, I'm going to yell out, sing it. When I do, whoever spoke last is going to have to take the last thing that they were talking about and inspire a song and sing it to us. Today, Audrey and Amy are going to play. I can take one more person who would like to play inside this game who thinks they can sing while performing. Don't worry. You don't have to be good at it.
Hi, I'm Audrey.
Wait, what? Mallory.
Hi, I'm
Amy.
Audrey.
The other Audrey.
You have dark hair and glasses. Mallory and Amy, and it looks like Corey wants to give it a shot there with the singing. All right. So bring Corey in. Corey's one of our super fans.
Oh, man.
We even bought a BYOI shirt there. You can get those on our website, bringyourownimprov.com. All right. So let's see. We talked about a lot of things tonight. People put in the chat things that are blue. Things that are blue.
My favorite color.
Blue and fuzzy. Thanks, Michelle. I like that one. Yes. I would like to know more about puppets. I would like to know a lot about puppets. So this scene is going to be inspired by puppets because I see Lori chose Grover. And that makes me think that puppets is what the scene needs to be about. So Amy, Mallory, and Corey, your scene is about puppets.
And I made this one out of my favorite sock.
Aw, it's so cute.
You want this Cookie Monster over here? I can eat your cookies.
Sing it.
I'm the Cookie Monster. I can eat your cookies. Oh, they taste so good.
Wait. I got one. Near.
Sing it.
We're going really far near, and then we're going far. We should really get closer, and then go far away.
That's fantastic. I think my puppet would have looked better if I bothered to put eyes on it.
Sing it.
Like, it's not easy being blind. Everything hits you when you try to unwind. From the first time I lie down in a slipper for the night.
I think I have a Sharpie. We might be able to draw some eyes on for your puppet.
Oh, please.
Yeah. I think that's got some good Muppet party. I love this Muppet over here.
Nothing says the perfect puppet than a sock with a permanent look of surprise.
It looks great.
Mine looks like a mess. I don't like the way that my puppet looks.
I think I've got some glitter. That might fix it.
Oh, sing it.
I don't know about you, but I want that blue glitter. Everything will be alright if we cover it in that. Because you know that I don't really know Taylor Swift, but I don't know about you. We'll cover it in glitter.
And scene. Oh, look at that, Andrew. We even got your Taylor Swift in there. All right, guys, we're going to play a new game that we tried out last week, and we're still playing it. So if you enjoy it after this, let us know. We're going to play a game called Sound Tableau. Sound Tableau works like a normal game, Tableau, where we build upon a scene, because tableau means scene in French. So I'm going to call out each person, and they're going to have to build onto the scene by making the noise of the thing they are, being the thing that they are, and then making the noise again. So I can take up to 2 people who might want to play this game. And so you call it a sound, then you say what you are, then you call it a sound again. And that's how it's played. Going once, going twice. All right, so we're going to play with our team here. Please give me, folks, places you want to visit once we are all released into the free. So not like cities or states, but things in those places. So something that does not necessarily have a name on a big map. Okay, and you guys know our order, so it is. Okay. All right, so we'll start easy. We're going to start with Disneyland. And Amy, we'll start with you at Disneyland.
I'm the child stepping up to find out if I'm tall enough for the ride.
I'm Splash Mountain hitting the water.
Clink, 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 clink. I'm the very old and dangerous train that's on Splash Mountain. Clink, 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 clink.
I'm the broken Mickey doll that someone took on Splash Mountain.
I'm hungry. I'm the kid who has that doll and wants some bad food. I'm hungry.
Da-da, da-da. I'm the broken animatronic. Da-da.
All right, the broken Mickey doll. What are you screaming on the way down Splash Mountain?
Buy my merchandise.
Fantastic. Let's hear all those noises together.
I'm
Clank,
hungry.
clank.
I'm hungry.
All right, fair enough. Cool. I would like to see what's going on in the concessions area of the movie theater. We're going to start with Jared.
I'm the overpriced popcorn that's spilled on the floor that people are walking on.
I'm the THS logo, the THX logo that plays before movies.
I'm the overpriced soda that goes with that overpriced popcorn.
I'm the kid that has tied a straw to the end of wrapper to the end of my straw and I'm flinging it into the audience.
Amy, that's you.
I'm the old piece of film that's got stuck in the projector.
I'm that one annoying audience member opening a really loud plastic bag of food.
Awesome. Not that I keep picking on her, but Audrey, what does THX stand for?
The humble xylophones.
Oh, yes, of course. Let's hear all those noises together. All right. Clearly, last we got to finish off with the pizzeria. And nobody knows a pizzeria better than Ian. So let's start with the pizzeria.
I'm the dough being tossed.
I'm sprinkling cheese on a pizza.
I'm the sauce being mixed.
I'm the flame growing in the oven.
Hey, I'm the stereotypical Italian chef at the pizzeria. Hey!
I'm a piece of pepperoni who fell off the pizza onto the laminated floor.
Okay. Amy, what the is in that sauce that makes it make that noise?
That's a spicy meatball.
Hey! I think the meatball's like 9 years old at that point. Guys, if you like that game, go ahead and tell us in the comments, or if you're out there on YouTube, first like and subscribe to us. More importantly, subscribe, and then you can leave us a comment and tell us what you thought of that particular game. Anybody here in the room as well, make sure if you get a chance, go on YouTube. You can watch previous episodes. You can actually watch yourself in some of these episodes. We just asked you to subscribe. We're trying to get them subscribers up. Folks, we've come to the last game of the night.
Aww.
It's okay, because it involves me, a gigantic baby, because we're going to play Because I Said So. The way this game works is I'm going to be asking questions of my parents one at a time, and if at any point they cannot answer the question, then I get to fire them as a parent. Wow, isn't that a neat idea that I could have used earlier in my life? So, to start us off is we can take up to 3 people who might want to play Because I Said So. If you want to, this is your last chance to play tonight. You know what, Corey? One more time. One more time. All right. And Jim. Nothing wrong with regulars. Okay. So, Corey and Jim, somebody want to unmute those? We'll get them in here. Corey, you here?
Yep.
All right. Jim, you here?
Yes.
All right. Fantastic. So it's going to go, again, the same order as last time. Audrey, Ian, Corey, Mallory, Jim, Amy, John, and Jared. So, I get to be a small child. Folks, been that kind of show. Please tell us everything you wanted to know as a child, but your parents never answered for you. So go ahead and write that in chat. Anything you wanted to know as a child, even if you found out when you got older, that your parents said, we'll tell you when you get older. All right. So, to get this party started, sure, Maureen, you got it. That's where we'll start. Audrey and I and you are my parents. Going to Audrey. Audrey, what is sex?
It's when two people kiss each other.
Ooh, why?
Because lips are very important.
Why?
Lips are where you put your food so you can digest it.
Why?
Because when you digest your food, you love the other person more.
Why?
Digestion is how we produce the chemical called love-epinephrine.
Why do we need love, Ian?
Because that's the way that you came.
What is came, Mommy?
It's made out of candy and you get it for Christmas.
Ooh, Daddy, Ian, can I get cake cum for Christmas?
Candy cum is what you'll definitely give you.
I'm disturbed by this entire concept. Audrey and Ian, you're no longer my parents for not finding a way out of that situation. Corey and Mallory are my parents now.
All right.
All right. Corey, why can't I stay up late?
Because you need to get some more sleep so you can not get tired next morning.
Ooh, why?
Because sleep is very important if you want to stay healthy.
Why?
So you can eat better foods and hopefully you can have a really good life.
Why?
Because it's very important that you live a long time.
Why?
Because you want to get to know other people and you really want to eat some really nice, delicious food.
Who are the people that I really want to meet?
Well, you want to meet all your new friends at school.
Why am I going to make new friends at school, Corey?
Because they want to become friends with you because they want to get to know you really well.
Why do they want to get to know me?
Because you're a super awesome person.
Mommy says nicer things than you do about me. I'm keeping Mommy. Let's see how my new daddy Jim works out. Yeah, I'm not going there with Santa Claus. That's definitely dangerous. Mallory, what's the F word mean?
It means friendship.
Ooh, why?
Because friends are how we tell stories and learn new things.
Ooh, why?
Because experience is a great thing to have.
Oh, where are you in this? Oh, why?
Because the more experiences we have, the more we learn and the more different things we can do.
Ooh, why?
Because we want to know as much as we can about everything.
Ooh, why?
So that we can help other people who also want to know things. It's important to help.
Why?
Because
you don't have anything. Bye, Mommy. Okay. Jim and Amy. Amy, where are you here? Amy, what's the most important thing I need to know?
How to click leave room in a Zoom meeting?
Ooh, why?
Because we can't see each other anymore and Zoom is how we stay in touch.
Why?
Because we are practicing the responsible social isolation, social distancing.
This is too serious. Bye, parents.
Bye, son.
All right. John and Jared. John, why should I be an accountant?
Because that job makes you a lot of money.
Ooh, why?
Because people will pay a lot of money for you to take care of their money.
Ooh, why?
Because people can't do it themselves.
Why?
Because deep down, people are intrinsically not very intelligent.
Ooh, why?
Because when we're born, our brains are merely gobs of flesh. They're not fully formed.
Why?
Because if your brains were fully formed when you were first born, you would have a big problem with the doctor spanking your butt right after birth.
Why?
Because it can hurt, especially if you're not paying attention.
Why would they give me pain?
Because pain is just weakness leaving the body, and we don't want any weakness in you, son.
Why do we want weakness in me?
Because that could make life really difficult for you as you grow up.
You guys are like the meanest parents ever. I want Audrey and Corey to be my parents. Corey, what's the nicest thing that you'll do for me as my parent?
I'll give you my car.
Oh, why?
Because you can get your license and hopefully you can drive freely on the highway.
Ooh, why?
So that you can take me to my dentist appointment.
Ooh, why?
So you can have some nice shiny teeth.
Why?
Because shiny teeth reflect and make birds go crazy.
Why are birds going crazy?
Because birds are attracted to light.
Why are birds attracted to light?
Because their home is in the sun.
Why are birds home in the sun?
Because they like to be up in a tree where the sun's rays are.
Why?
Because trees are tall.
Why? Ah, too much. Thank you very much, guys, and scene. All right. Guys, hope you had fun there. Thank you so much for that. Guys, we had a great time. We hope you did too. We are going to be here every Friday for the rest of 2020, so please make sure you keep coming back. If you'd like to pay what you can, please do that on our website or through our Venmo or PayPal accounts. That would be greatly appreciated. If you've got a special event coming up, like a birthday or a bar mitzvah or a bat mitzvah, and you need or any kind of event like that, and you're saying, you know, it'd be really great to have some fun entertainment, so it's not just like me and them playing our own, we are available to hire for events. So simply make sure that you give us a contact us through our website, and we will set something up with you. I just want to thank for all those volunteers that said this evening. Thank you very much, Jim and Corey and Lori and anybody else who was involved there. We want to thank our fam, Andrea. Andrea, have a good time? Yes. All right. Fantastic. Let's thank this cast. Of course, we had Audrey.
Have a good night, y'all.
We had Ian.
I'm so blue.
We had Mallory.
Ooh, da da dee da da die.
We had Amy.
Yes, and yes, and yes, and
We had John.
I love making whoopie pies.
And we have Jared.
Who the hell's idea was Blue Spectrum anyway?
And
Hey.
all right, wave goodbye, everybody. Wave bye. Bye, YouTube. Bye, Vince. Even if you have your camera on, yay.